Hey sight singing students, here we are with an installment on sight singing with a modulation to the dominant. And in this example we have music by Schubert, and it's his song Haydn Roselein, which is a song for voice and piano. And it's from example 15.70 in the Ottman textbook. This example has a key signature that indicates 3 flats. Students, when there is a key signature that indicates 3 flats, we are in the key of E flat major. Could be C minor, of course, but notice how the last note of the piece is an E flat. Notice how the melody begins on scale degree 3. Again, these upside down carets indicate scale degree. Let's also turn our attention to these slur markings. These are your phrase marks, and they indicate that you should be grouping with phrases or musical sentences that are 2 measures long, and the breath happens after the phrase. So in this case, since there's a quarter note here, we will create a quarter note on an 8th note breath. Now let's take a look at the treatment of the modulation. So to modulate means to go to a new key. And when you go to this new key, you have to take the elements of the new key, and that also means taking the key signature of the new key. So notice how here there's an A natural that's incorporated, and that cancels out the A flat of the original key signature. So now we're going to be in a key signature that has only a B flat and an E flat and no A flat. So students, what key would have a B flat and an E flat only? That would be the key of B flat major. So in this section, the music shifts into the key of B flat major, and now this A natural actually functions as scale degree 7 to the new key. So the modulation happens here. So this music is all in the key of B flat major. So now we need to turn our attention to how we actually get there. The modulation won't really happen here, but actually can start being prepared here. So in this case, we have our scale degree 3 in the key of E flat major. But students, what is a G natural in the key of B flat major? In the key of B flat major, G is scale degree 6. So that would be solfege syllable La. And that would prepare a La, Do leap here. So now what I want you to start thinking about is this moment where we're singing scale degree 3 in the old key, which would be a Mi, but now I want you to transition to a La here. So now we're going to start shifting from a Mi to a La, but we're not going to change our pitch. So this is known as your pivot tone. So we're going to shift into the new note of the new key, which is B flat major, here. Again, there can be discrepancy as where if you want to switch here or here, but typically when there's a long note is where we choose to use the pivot tone, or if there's a repetition of a consistent note like this. So let's take a look at the opening of the melody. Here is a G natural. And here's our E flat major chord. And here's our E flat. So here's our Mi, 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 Sol, Fa, Fa, Mi, Re, 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 Mi, Fa, Sol, Do. Let's look at that again. Mi, 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 Sol, Fa, Fa, Mi, Re, 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 Mi, Fa, Sol, Do. Now, Mi, Mi, La, La, Do, Ti, Ti, La, Sol. And that's where we pivoted. We call this Mi, Mi, La, La, Do, Ti, Ti, La, Sol. And now this is in the new key in B flat major. do, ti, la, sol. Do, do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do. Do, do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do. Do, mi, re, do, ti, la. Then what is this note? F sharp. In the key of B flat major, F should be natural. And this is simply your raised sol, which is a chromatic lower neighbor to your La. And you're going to use the solfege syllable C. So going back to here, do, do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do. Do, mi, re, do. Do, mi, re, do, ti, la, si, la. Then fa, ti, do. E flat in the key of B flat major is the fourth scale degree. Ti, do. Now look what happens. The A flat returns. So this goes back to the old key of E flat major. So now we need to pivot here on this long note and use these notes as if they were in the key of E flat major. So this would be a re. So if we shift here, let's go back to this note. Fa, ti, do. What would this note be, do, in the old key of E flat major? It would be a sol. So here, we're going to use this, and we're going to rearticulate this do to a sol as eighth notes. And we're going to use this and make this the pivot tone, where we shift back into the key of E flat major. Let's practice this. Let's go back to measure 9. Do, mi, re, do. Again, we're in the key of B flat major here. Do, mi, re, do, ti, la, si, la. Fa, ti, do, sol. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. La, do. Yeah, scale degree 6 to 1. La, do. Fa, la, do, mi, re, do. Practice that. La, do, fa, la. La, do, fa, la, do, mi, re, do. Let's go back to measure 9 and practice the modulation back to the original key. Do, mi, re, do, ti, la, si, la, fa, ti, do, sol. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. La, do, fa, la, do, mi, re, do. Okay? Let's go back to the beginning of the piece and perform it all with the modulation to the dominant using the pivot tone here. And let's manage it slowly. Here's your E flat major chord again. Starts in a mi, 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 sol, fa, mi, re, re, mi, fa, sol, do, mi, la, do, ti, la, sol. Do, re, do, ti, do, re, mi, do. Do, mi, re, do, ti, la, si, la, fa, ti, do, sol. Re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. La, do, fa, la, do, mi, re, do. And that's our return back to the tonic, to the original key. So once again, pivot tone here, modulation to B flat major here, chromatic lower neighbor C here, C, S, I, raised sol, cadence on B flat major, rearticulation of the B flat as an eighth note, choosing do to sol, landing on a re because now we're back in the key of E flat major, reintroduction of the A flat, la, do, fa, la, and cadence on E flat major. Students, please practice this example with solfege, movable do, which modulates and uses pivot tones to the dominant. So modulation from E flat to B flat major. I'm looking forward to hearing your work, and I'm glad that you followed along. Take care and best of luck.